Over the next 2 days, I will be undergoing an intense training program with a world-class golf coach. The challenge is a simple one. Can I become a better golfer in just 48 hours and break my 9-hole target score on a championship golf course in the series finale? Utilising both technology and expertise analysis, golf coach Ollie Morton from Leading Edge Golf has accepted my challenge. But there is a twist. My entire iron set will be switched out for a full set of hybrids. Can these golf clubs from 11 help me in my quest? All my training will take place at the state-of-the-art facility at Archerfield Links on the east coast of Scotland. Can I really improve in such a short time frame? Will a full set of hybrids help lower my score? What will I shoot in my 9-hole challenge? And will this all end in failure? There's only one way to find out.
Oh, I think I could turn pro at this rate. I can't begin to tell you how excited I am about what's about to unfold in the next 48 hours. And alongside me is the man that has the task of, I don't know, mate, it's going to be really interesting.
We're both pretty brave, aren't we?
We are brave, yeah. 48 hours, not a lot of time, a lot to condense in. This is Ollie Morton. And, well, where are we starting, Ollie? That's the key question.
We're going to start at the start, and we're going to have a look at how you physically are able to move. So we're going to have a look at how your body moves. We're going to get you on the big toy, the Gears 3D system, and then that way we can then blend in how your body likes to move, what techniques showing up, and then we can then chat throughout the session about what you want to see in terms of improving ball flight and ultimately helping you play that a little bit better.
I better get warmed up, I think.
I think warming up was an exaggeration. It looked more like a fitness class in an old people's home. Not sure if Ollie was looking at data or calling emergency services. The process was to be an integral assessment in both establishing physical capabilities to align with swing change possibilities. Working with a 55-year-old comes with restrictions and perhaps a health warning. Has Ollie bitten off more than he can chew? Well, at least we can laugh about it.
You said good news or good news?
Good news. So the great news is, Andy, here, right? The screening results are saying that you've got huge potential for development, right?
Right. This is going to go negative, isn't it?
No. This is the compliment sandwich, right?
Okay.
So the idea with this is obviously, we're not saying that all of those movements have to be good. You have to do really well at them to play good golf.
Okay.
What it's saying is that we are aware of them, so then I'm not telling you that you need to do something technically, which is physically challenging.
Okay, I'm listening to that, but I'm looking down at a number. I haven't got my readers on, I can see 32. Now, if it's age,
so yeah,
I'm fist pumping, but if it says anything else...
It's saying golf fitness handicap is 32, right? And I hasten to add the tour pros that I've seen and a lot of people, it's very rare you see sub 20.
Okay.
Because to do
You're saying that to make me feel better.
No, I promise. Yes, definitely not. So no. In terms of that, it's just because to do well in all of these screens, you need to be somewhat of a physical anomaly. Right? Okay. You need to be easy for me to say, but in order for to have an effective movement, you don't need to do all of these really well. It's a case of actually how do we correlate these to how you like to move.
Okay.
And if you want to develop these physically, great, right? Yeah. That gives us, from a coaching perspective, it gives us more options. Yeah. But at the moment, we've got awareness of what you can do now, so then I'm not...
Sort of physical restrictions, isn't it?
Yeah, physical characteristics, So if there's certain things that we're going to do in the 3D, or that are going to show up in the 3D, we can basically go, right, is that a physical thing, or is that a technical thing?
Okay.
Now, if there's a physical barrier, then we can go, right, how do we coach around that?
Okay.
Then technically, we're making sure we're aligned with, not just doing anything that's you're going to drive you nuts because you can't physically do it.
And on a positive note, Ollie's starting with a 32 handicap golfer.
There you go.
We've got 48 hours to improve on that. Okay, so what you've seen so far is me doing a few stretching exercises and being told that my body moves like a 32 handicap, or at least that's my evaluation of it. I've now put on this suit, which, Ollie, first of all, what is it? Why am I dressed as such?
Well, effectively, Lenny, what you'll notice, we've got 8 cameras around the room.
Yep.
Which are basically, they're going to follow and trace where each of those markers are. Okay. Now, I've placed those strategically on you to create little triangles. Yep. And then within those triangles, it turns you into a render, which is the thing that's the thing that gives us our data. So it effectively allows it to be an MRI for your golf game, so we can see lateral movement, forward movement in inches, we've got rotations, but fundamentally just all of that means that we can create you in 3D to get some data. In essence, Andy, what we noticed was there was some really strong correlations to how you swing, to how you move physically. So what I saw, I think the biggest thing to highlight for us was kind of the change in direction in your backswing, downswing plane. So hopefully you can see that there, that on the way back you swing the club around you. Some people would call it inside. And then, as you can see here, it goes more upright, down and left. And I think it's really important to mention it's upright, not steep.
Okay.
I think some people make that mistake that if we think upright, because you can be upright and shallow, and you can be shallow and steep, but there comes a tack angle. So I think that's a really important distinction. So what happens here is club comes down, so it's coming more upright, it's coming left, so out to in. And also what's happening here is you can see this little kind of dot here, which is like a sensor in the middle of your pelvis. That's showing us how you're moving left to right as well as forward and back. So what we're seeing here from a face on, you're kind of swinging back, you're moving away from the ball by 2 inches, which on the ticket you're swaying, but it's not an awful lot, but it's enough to be worth mentioning. So then in turn what happens is as you come down, the lower body doesn't actually go that far forward, isn't going to your left side.
So does it hang back?
Hangs back basically. And then you can see here, so you're a classic upright plane, but then you're shallow.
Okay.
And I think that obviously then club type and how that moves is really important to consider. But fundamentally, I think the big win here is if we kind of match your downswing plane with your backswing plane. That way, because if we went the other way, we just make you more and more upright. And then that way what we can do then is we can create better low point or strike control and also kind of reduce the left to right. But even most importantly, we're going to work with your body, not against it.
This series is sponsored by 11 Golf. I've swapped out all my irons for 11's award-winning game improvement hybrid irons. Yep, that's right, a 4 hybrid to a pitching wedge. And in simple terms, they make the game so much easier, packed with forgiveness and ball speed. Each club could be purchased individually so you can build a bag to suit your game. If you really want to lower your handicap and put a big smile on your face, then don't be scared to give them a go. You might be surprised. You can find more information at www.11-golf.com.
And I think that's really interesting from the first point of when we did the sort of stretch exercises or, evaluation of my ability to move or not, the correlation between this, and now what we're seeing was identified at the beginning, really, wasn't it, almost?
Absolutely. I mean, the biggest thing here is most people, or yourself, you mentioned, obviously, you swing it short. Well, that matches because the lats are tight. And the external
lack
shoulders.
of movement.
And it's like you're not. It's not like you're really, really stiff.
No, but
it's compared to say PGA Tour norms. That matches. And then also another big one was as you then, so if you're struggling to turn into this lead hip, this lead side, and what I mean by that is you're struggling to get to 60 degrees, not your 35, which is totally acceptable, by the way. What's going to happen is that's going to lead to a compensation. So there's going to be either some lateral, there's going to be forward, back, whatever it is, and everybody's different. But effectively that hang back, we can correlate to that. And then we've got a downswing. And then the other big correlation was when we were here, your ability to separate your lower body and upper body, that was hard for you to do. So if you can't separate in transition, you often see that upper body takes over. Because if you've got a roadblock down here, that's going to use the main source of power or...
Which that's top half.
Absolutely.
So the question is, have you got a solution?
Absolutely.
That's all I need to hear. Take me back to the mat, get me in some balls, and so effectively trying to, what you said I think was match the sort of plane on the downswing to the one that we were taking back. Is that?
Effectively, so we're just going to match that downswing plane with the backswing. So we're going to flatten that off. That'll bring your path less left out to in. And then again, we'll just talk through that's going to match how we're going to set yourself up for success and how your body likes to move. So then it's not physically challenging for you to make this change.
absolutely fantastic. Right. I suppose what I should ask, Olaf, I got to wear this suit for the whole of this episode.
Right, just for my entertainment.
Yeah, I know.
Absolutely.
I don't think I can breathe in for much longer.
Awesome.
Right.
So, well, in terms of what we described, obviously, to change that, kind of flatten that downswing plane. First of all, it's really important to set your body up here for success. So the way to do that, because it's hard for you to turn in here, what I'd like you to do is, if you open up that front foot, so flare it about 20 degrees, straight away we've got 20 degrees more range.
Yeah.
And then that way, visually that might be a bit funky for you, but just going to get used to that. And then again, that's then going to set you open, so it just means it's going to so much easier for us to get this move. So are you right or left hand dominant, which is your...
I would think right hand.
Right, perfect. If you hold that in your right hand. Now, if you were going to, this is my patented golf device, by the way. So if you were trying to get that ball to start ever so slightly right at the target here. So I've got
towards
your
the red stick.
That's it. So starts towards the red and then curves back to the left. How would that movement, how would you do that?
Do you want me to swing or?
Yeah, you just do it. So it's that movement, right?
Yeah.
That's.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's it.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Problem solved?
That's it.
Right.
So in terms of, but the way to engineer it, so a lot of golfers, they'll focus excessively on their left hand.
Yeah.
Right? Which is often then not their dominant hand.
Okay.
So that's why I like to go with right. Yeah. And in terms of there, what feels different for you when you do that movement?
Well, in this half anyway, the sort of covering of the shot, I suppose, it feels like I'm closing the club face down.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you were to say ball flight wise, what would that correlate to? Lower and shape.
Right to left.
So right to left. So we've got draw. Yeah. Right. So what we're working on here is you've got, let's say, an excessive left to right pattern. We want to bring that tighter. Well, think of this as the dock leaf to your nettle.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So we're just using the opposite movement pattern.
Yeah.
To help you then basically reduce the curve that we don't want to see by trying to create the curve.
Yeah.
Or the opposite curve.
Got it.
Yeah.
Do you want me to hit the ball now?
Let's go for it.
Yeah, because I feel like, straight away it just feels like there's, so from the top, instead of that movement, it just already feels like I'm more inside from using the tennis bat.
Does that make sense? Yeah, and try to, for me, really stay focused on the ball flight and the target.
Okay.
And keep it movement based, not position based.
Okay.
So you're not sort of getting to particular spots, you just let the whole thing flow. Just think right to left. Let's see if you can hit a wee draw.
Just delete the tad, didn't get that quite right. Try that again. So it straightened it up all.
Yep, nice.
Didn't quite get the draw, but it's straightened.
Or the red stick and then...
There you go.
There we go.
That's not a feeling we've had all morning, is it?
That's it.
A little tad of right to left. But I think again, I'm only telling you what I feel like, but what you got me extending more towards the right stick, got me sort of keeping that out. Just felt more like the tennis racket swing.
Good, yeah, and the important thing here is allow what comes naturally. There's no set thing, and then other than setup, really just make sure that front foot's flared out. So really get it turned out, remove that barrier, and as you did, really get it going right to left. There we go. Nice.
Yeah. It's a bit thin, but again, we haven't hit a ball that isn't straight. Oh, that's the best.
Nice. Lovely strike. Very good.
Great starting point, that's all I can say, because we've just gone from what was the swings that you perhaps didn't see off camera, which was the assessment element, which were pretty damn awful, to be honest with you. The low wasn't by means at my best. It was poor, and there was a lot of variables.
Yep.
And I feel like we just dated around with balls. We hit there 5, and they were all, the shot shape mightn't have all been a draw exactly, but they were all within a very small window. Well, that was the difference.
Yeah, and the thing is that ultimately we're just trying to reduce right curve.
Yeah.
And that's really it. So we're trying to reduce how much shape there is. And that's what most people, I think, when they talk about I want to stop slicing it.
Yeah.
So whether we get a draw is secondary to, well, we're reducing that right curve, and then we can kick the can down the road from there.
Yeah, matches, that's it.
The more you draw, and you've got your club path over here. Club path was 5 degrees to the left, with your average was 52 feet of curve to the right, and then there you go.
Yeah, what a different set of numbers that is.
So your club path,
Club path.
0.3,
Yeah.
21 feet.
Yeah, amazing.
So basically we just moved through the bag looking at driver, same thought process, and I do apologise that you can't see shot tracer, but filming from inside a bay to outside, it just does not work. All I can tell you is the results were incredible.
We really moved that one on.
Yeah.
Right, so all I'm going to say first of all, I absolutely loved every minute of that. And we've got, all right, I feel like I've got something to work on, but what am I working on? Is there a drill, or where do I go from here?
I think the really important thing, Annie, is that as we were going through that process, one thing that came really clear was the blend of that visual cue with that kind of feel.
Visual being the sticks?
Being the sticks, yeah. So really focusing on that flight. So very simply, think about, we're going to go away and you're going to develop your draw shot.
Okay.
So the first part of your practice, we want to have the sticks down.
Yeah.
You could maybe kind of have a mimic of that forehand topspin
tennis racket,
shot, and just get some reps in.
Yeah.
So as an example, let's go 20 balls, and we want to just go through that exercise, pick most comfortable club you're doing there, and then just see if you can master that action. And as you were doing in the bay, just generate a feel, generate that blend of visual and feel.
Yeah.
And then what to do after that phase is take the sticks away.
Yeah.
And then go think sets and reps. So the fancy term for that is, we've had block practice is what I've just described.
Yeah.
This is variable practice.
Okay.
So we're going to go 3 different targets. As an example, 100 yards, 150 yards, 200 yards.
Yeah.
Choose the appropriate club. But then what you're going to do there is going to try and hit 5 balls to each, see if you can get your draw shot.
Okay.
And then finally, to finish your range session, and you can do this, you can blend this with on course, is play holes as you would. So you would go driver, approach, play. So think about an
iron wedge or whatever.
You've got it, yeah. And that's what they call random practice.
Okay.
So you've got the 3 different phases and stages, and that's kind of the general guideline. And then that way you can then start to layer in, so it helps you transfer from range to course. And something that we can discuss going down the line is how you can then apply this on the course, not necessarily straight with card in hand, but really important to have that conversation about how you can use the golf course to learn and develop this skill.
Okay. Well, that card in hand will literally be in 2 days' time, and so it's going to have to happen quick. Huge challenge. I think we've got off to a flyer, in my opinion. Happy with episode 1. Hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget, stay tuned. Every week now you're going to see an episode. I think we've got 6 episodes this will end up being, and it'll culminate in that 18-hole challenge where I'm going to try and implement everything I've learned in this 48-hour period. So for me, I'm nipping next door to the practice range, and we're going to get on with those drills that Ollie's just suggested. I'll see you later on this afternoon. Maybe you can pop out actually and see how the practice drills are going, if you don't mind.
Absolutely, I will keep an eye on you.
Tell me where I'm going wrong, and hopefully we start to make some improvement when I see you for the next episode. Fingers crossed. I'll see you all soon, and thanks for watching.